Hello, everybody. I'm Caroline. Are you by any chance having a birthday today? If so, happy birthday to you. If not, when is your birthday? Today we're going to talk about a Jewish holiday that's a birthday celebration. It's not the birthday of a famous person from the Bible like Moses. It's not marking the birth of the Jewish religion. So, whose birthday could we be celebrating? Here's a clue. They are very tall. They give us shade and wood and fruit. And did you guess trees? You're right. Today's lesson is about a Jewish holiday called Tu B'Shvat, known as the birthday of trees. Imagine if all the trees in the world had their birthday on the same day. That's what we're celebrating. So stay tuned to learn more about this very fun holiday, Tu B'Shvat. Welcome back, everyone! Today, you're going to learn about the holiday of Tu B'Shvat. The word Tu is Hebrew for the number 15, and Shvat is a month in the Jewish calendar. So the name of the holiday means the 15th of Shvat. It's not one of the major Jewish holidays like Yom Kippur or Passover. There are no specific prayers or requirements to go to services at the synagogue. Yet, it's still a wonderful holiday that celebrates the birthday of all trees. Why do you think that the Jewish people have a holiday, especially for trees? Let's find out. A long time ago, the Jewish people decided that trees are so important that they needed their own special day. After all, trees give us fruit. They give us shade. They put oxygen into the air to breathe. They provide wood for shelter and fire, and they're home to many birds and other animals. Oh, see those baby owls inside the tree? Nature plays an important role in the Jewish religion. In fact, the Holy Scrolls, the Torah, are often called the tree of life. Like trees, families grow, create new life, provide shelter, and connect with nature. Tu B'Shvat comes along just when their rainy season ends in Israel. The soil is wet and the trees have gotten what they need and are all set to grow and thrive for the year. Here in the US, the holiday comes around January or February when it's still cold. But in Israel, spring is starting and many trees are beginning to bloom, like this almond tree. Tu B'Shvat is a holiday for people to show gratitude for God's gift of rain, gifts of the land, and the gift of tree growth. One holiday tradition is for people to plant trees, either in their own yard or they can give a gift of planting a tree in another community. Trees take a very long time to grow and bear fruit and nuts. So, why even bother planting trees at all? When you think about it, you're enjoying the beautiful gifts from trees that were planted years ago. So when you plant a tree, you are giving a gift to future generations and making a difference even in years to come. That makes me think of an old saying. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. What does that saying mean to you? To me, it means to think about how you can help others, even if you don't know them, instead of always taking for yourself. Another way to honor trees during Tu B'Shvat is to have a special meal called a Seder. You may have heard of a Passover Seder, which we'll be talking about in another lesson. A Seder is basically a meal that includes reading stories, singing, and learning. It's a tradition in the Tu B'Shvat Seder for people to enjoy fruits and nuts that come from trees and to think about all of the wonderful things that trees do in this world. Remember in another lesson we talked about symbols? Objects or pictures that stand for something else. Like during Rosh Hashanah, people eat apples and honey as a symbol of a sweet new year. Well, there are a lot of symbols during the Tu B'Shvat Seder. Here are 4 different glasses of wine, or grape juice. You might wonder why each one is a different color. The first glass is white. It's a symbol of winter, when the trees are quiet and covered in snow. The second glass has had a little bit of red mixed into the wine. The color is a symbol that spring is coming and things are starting to change, like the first pink blossoms on some trees. The third cup is also a mixture of red and white, but it's a little redder. This is a symbol for the beginning of summer, when a tree's fruit starts to ripen. The fourth glass is only red, a symbol of the fullness of summer and moving toward autumn, when all the fruits are ripe and the trees are full of color. Wow, look at those beautiful ripe plums. So, you can see that the changing colors of the glasses of wine represent the seasons and how trees change throughout the year and remind us how important nature is and how we are all part of the world around us. And here's some more symbolism. People eat fruits and nuts that come from trees to represent different kinds of personalities and to remind us that we are all different, yet we are all part of nature. One plate has food that is hard on the outside but soft on the inside, like an orange or a banana or a walnut. This represents people who are tough on the outside but are actually sweet inside. On the second plate are items that are soft outside but have a pit inside, like dates, apricots, peaches, or olives. These foods represent people who are all huggy and sweet until you get them upset, and then watch out. And the third plate has foods that you can eat whole, like figs or apples. These kinds of foods show us that it is possible to be sweet through and through. Which plate do you think you're most like? Another tradition of the holiday is to eat a fruit or nut from a tree that you've never had before. Maybe you'd like to try a pomegranate. Remember we talked about pomegranates in the lesson about Rosh Hashanah? The fruit with all those seeds. Have you ever heard of carob? It's kind of like chocolate. It's inside a big pod that grows on a carob tree. Besides celebrating a birthday for all trees, Tu B'Shvat is a time to celebrate all of nature's gifts. What sort of things do you think people could do, even the smallest things, to honor trees and nature? Check out the PDF that goes with this lesson to discover all kinds of fun ways to do that. I hope you enjoyed this video about Tu B'Shvat. In our next video, you'll be learning about another lively holiday filled with costumes, stories, and special cookies shaped like hats. Thanks for joining me today, and in the meantime, remember to always be clever. Hey, hey.